Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick Hill TV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick Hill TV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I'm an after greetings once again at the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I and all things that's good and wonderful amongst and about us. You see? Now, I want to say welcome our viewers and subscribers. And viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make a good platform. You don't know, just have voice. You know what I say? Today, you might agree, tomorrow you might not agree with some of the things I'm going to say, but let's do it civilly and remain, you know what I say, humane. See, I'm going to have a letter here to the Queen Rasta, to His Majesty, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth the Second, regarding this Maroon debacle we are going on with this mad boy Richard Curry. You know, see it. So whether I don't know if the Queen aware or what go on in a fair name, but you see, whether she know or not, the fact is if we remain silent and go on like say, you know, we agree or accept certain things, obviously it just add to fear pressure for meet some demands where some guy has set out. Because we know a fear government there in Jamaica. You know, see, so I'm gonna write from a Rasta perspective and make sure know how I feel regarding this whole Maroon treaty where Richard Curry demand £3 of flesh today. You know, see, and there was other guys or whatever guys, one thing I know in Jamaica is that before Richard Curry get voting in as chief of the Maroons up at Compound Town, the argument of the backside mining of the cockpit country was already vibrant and in a profile. Everybody from every corner of Jamaica defend it, and I say, hear that thing that and push back against it. It wasn't Richard Curry who come push back against it. Richard Curry come claim to fame now upon the back of that without recognizing the effort and involvement of the wider Jamaican community regarding that. Richard Curry is a charlatan, a scammer, a pirate. So I write a letter to the Queen with the hopes say she recognized the civil dispute, the civil discard, public relations disaster to the monarch and address it and snuff out this rubbish argument of slave catching reward today. Anyway, to the private secretary and handmaiden and to the private secretary and lady in waiting. Dear madam, my name is such and such. I am a Rastaman. It would be to an urgent and immediate attention to this matter in protecting royal integrity that I wrote to you in the fact that you will communicate that brewing matter to Her Majesty the Queen's attention. No, remember, you know, I write this from I and I abilities. I know write this. Remember, it's not one of uno scientists or black doctors or black academic you know, and one of uno write this is a ghetto youth to write this for getting education from the sidewalk. See? So and bear with me. At least I see the need to make representation in writing. You know, see? So the item can chat. Yes, I give thanks. See? So I'm going to continue. There is a recent development in Jamaica regarding the Maroon claim to sovereignty as an attempt to self-govern under the agreement of an uncivilized treaty, which was no doubt written without the evolved thought process in recognizing the human dignity of the then enslaved black people. This treaty offered to the Maroons with the condition to catch and return escapees to and now recognized life of brutality and indignation was criminality against humanity, and the reward thereof should be considered null and void, given the crimes that was done in recapturing human beings. What made these actions most distasteful is the fact that the Maroon perpetrators were also black people who were once enslaved themselves and are now publicly, openly demanding a secular Maroon state within the island of Jamaica to be self-governed and obviously supported from the elusive economic purse of Jamaicans, whom are descendants of the slaves who were totally repressed by the Maroons under order from the regime that institute and benefit from the atrocities. Today, the Maroons are demanding their reward for their role in enforcing slavery on their own. Today, when as the Maroon race is trying, no, today when as the human race is trying to deassociate with those days, today as our white counterparts try not to associate themselves with the gains, nor do they insultingly demand any trappings. Here we have a recently appointed young black Maroon chief, Richard Curry, demand the rest of slave descendants to honor an agreement that caused us as property of another man, that classed us as property of another man. Here we are with one of our own, for whatever greed is reigniting a miscalculated insult to the Jamaican people, to humanity on a whole. Ma'am, this is an insult to what the monarch stands for. Honoring this treaty as demanded by Curry would be a devolution of thought and civility. Rastafari requests of Her Majesty to once and for all resend this insult of a treaty to the rest of humanity. No man should today be demanding benefits from slave perpetration, particularly a black man. We can and will admit today the role of the Maroons as slave catchers has been one of the most incredibly ridiculous action ever taken by any man, alive or dead, and should be treated as such. Today, Mr. Curry is justifying the return to slave as an extradition agreement. I'm sure we don't extradite people back to human rights abuse. Again, ma'am, we beseech thee to right this wrong and set stage for the continued civil abidance in Jamaica that exists without this tribal partisan, through personal attention seeking. Her Majesty can't seem to be in support of such agreements. It's a social and civil disaster in a brewery. I do hope I've communicated true word. I do hope I've communicated the nature of affairs with enough clarity. But if not, I'm not. But if not, I'm sure Her Majesty is quite familiar with this reignited insult to her civil legacy. Yours sincerely, such and such. Yeah, put them back in the order, you know. Watch this now. We can't understand what Korea go on with, and Korea move like say the rest of we don't have no feelings. Korea move without regard for the rest where the rest of we think about what the Maroons' role was, about the reward where them a try. Gain. You see? So we not under no illusion what we can do, what we can say, and what can be done. You see? No illusion. We need clarity. This is an insult. You cannot come make certain demands and a bad boy and a bully and a go on like say, are you alone have rights? One to the rights of the people who were oppressed, brutalized, demoralized and things like that. You know see it? No, I have to say, no. We have to find out what go on. We want to know what go on, because some guy act like so well then. The rest of the world are asleep. And them alone are awake. You know see it? We don't accept that, Corey. We want some argument from the authority where give you the power to speak the way you do, Rasta. You know see it? And see we are asked for it here. You know, we are saying I have that to Buckingham Palace in the day here. And them always reply. You notice this letter is not of a political nature. This letter is of a social nature. You know see, because of social discord you have breed upon the island and even in a humanity. You know see it, when you get your reward for your slave catching days now, where the other rest are aggressor them and people who are in agreement of such a thing, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna do? What I mean, what for them demands are gonna? You know see what their demands is gonna be. We're not supposed to afford them sort of something in a way with thought process today. You know see it? And them to think I want to own black. Look on it now. Richard Curry is a very well educated, well learned man. Ivy League education. You know see it? A man like that should have come back to Jamaica and champion the rights of the whole Jamaica against a corrupt political system that exists today. Almost something like where when name Richard Patterson, I said name Patterson I do from over UIC. You understand what I say? I move to a cause and an agenda where benefit, in theory, the whole population of Jamaica. You know see? Why this guy are in a day like this now when black people are trying to educate and find common grounds for unite and be on one accord, so in order to become a recognized force whereby we demand or try to defend some level of, you know. You can't understand this guy are coming at the midst of all of that, you know, with film device. I try to rip asunder that which we have spent years trying to mend and forget. You know, see, and the narrative is clear. He is different from us. You understand? And without regard to our humanity, he's considering, he considered returning back black people to slave oppression as an extradition process, an extradition approach. You know, see, which people extradite other people go suffer in a condition where them themselves not deemed worthy for themselves live. You understand what I say? You can't get extradited, go back to no country with human rights atrocity or inappropriation like that. Yet our own black man, a Jamaican like ourselves, will learn, we scrunch off of the back and the bread off of the Jamaican resource where it offer and becomes who he is today. I draw one side, I draw a line in a Jamaica and I demand autonomy. You see, upon what resource, upon what economical and financial resource you demand this autonomy now, whereby you have to go survive as an independent nation to yourself. Where the resource, where the economic wealth, where you are going to benefit, where the gold that you find under Maroon town, where you keep secretly where, you know, throughout the all rest of years when I was friend and I take care of one another and things like that. You never hear, you know, no mention, no returns, no demands, or nothing like that. We just live as one. We just go through as one. Suddenly, you find resource and reasons for pull one side. It's even that is unfair. You know, see it? That is selfish and bandwagonism. You know, see it? And like I said, I not insult no man. Furthermore, I insult a guy intelligent, Richard Curry intelligent, you intelligent, weak. You know, see it? Education, them when you go to school and make you intelligent. Just write, just give a direction for follow and a follow, you know, a personal dream, goal or agenda for yourself. You know, see it? I'm not nobody coming and think come and talk about Richard Curry are the better than where PJ. Don't stop swap bell dog for monkey. every minute. I want to know, man, if you not having them sort of opinion, the Rasta and acceptance to what Richard Curry go on with, man. You no sense, Rasta. And if you stop do that, man. Oh, man, for your class, you not classify, you don't know as different. And if you know the historic terms and demeaning characterization with which them same set of people there observe and treat the rest of Jamaica Rasta, we can't, that not acceptable, man. You know, see, if today, then you are going to get reward and still collect reward for that. We're supposed to still have indignation towards Uno regarding what Uno do. You know, see, and why if the role should have turned now? Why if the mentality should have did, you know, resurrect itself now, where Jamaican people are say, hey, that them boy that did do it. With so much loose gun and a rifle, and a sort of sitting in a Jamaica, where Uno have a Uno that deal with it. You know, see it. You cannot bring them device here in a modern Jamaica today. You know, see it. He's just one of them, you know, dirty opportunist boy. And like me always say, you can't look in at the camera which way you talk with any level of concentration because there is no sincerity in what you do and what you say. Not even you not truly believe in the cause where you fight. And the few misled people who have run you support your Rasta, even you know say you're wrong. Even you know say them people are wrong and I run behind a last cause, a treacherous cause, so to speak. You see, anyway, we are going to send off that one here and watch the end result because, you know, we can't sit back and be dumb and daft, make some guy do what they want like we are eating. Anyway, we give thanks. Rastafari.